blessed time despite certain restrictions that we are observing. And it is, I think, even a more important way of showing our desire. No? As I always would like to use Saint John of the Cross's expression that God is never absent, because even in the seeming absence, we know that He is always there. And it is our craving that really makes us even more closer to Him. And a very beautiful expression, I think, is best for us to reflect, especially from the gospel reading today, about this very famous Shema prayer, or Hear, O Israel. Because if we try to take a look into the version of the New Testament through the Gospels, there is a third dimension added to the only three conditions of loving the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. That is from Deuteronomy. But then there is an added dimension to with all your mind, which actually takes on the so-called the Hellenistic or the Greek understanding, because mind is also part of the whole human person. But what is even more interesting here is what scholars and those who practically read the original text of with all your strength. Because this strength does not just talk about the strength nga kanang kusog kayo ta, nga mupasan ta, nga muaswata o mabugat nga butang. Because the strength that it is referring to here is the adverb, which is very. If we try to translate this literally, it is love your God with all your veriness. And veriness here describes or talks about the ability to go the superlative way, to the most and the best that we can do. Even the best understanding that we can give, especially in these times. It is not just something that we are best convinced with ourselves, but it is the best that we can also think about others. And I think that is what the commandment is all about. Because if we care and love for others, that is also a way of showing that we care and love for God. Sometimes we are put in a context of this and we are so crushed. It's so painful in the heart. But it is in the pain that we also experience that God is present, healing and practically comforting us, whatever inconvenience it may bring us. But take note that beyond all this, there is still a great love that God is trying to reach to us in touching our very lives, inasmuch as we also want to touch other persons' lives by also respecting them, especially those who are not yet very strong in the faith. Amen.